Yo, it's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage. We're about to break down this Warriors Bucks game, a banger. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. You're now tuned in the Hoops World.
Hoops World.
James. Right here, the king is like, hey, guess what? I'm still the king.
I hit the streets just to get a bag. I pack, he got toe tagged. I punched the nigga for shorty. I'm John Woo with the 40. You not gang or the homie. Don't blow me, no, you don't know me. Gang shit, members only. You wasn't there, I was lonely. You wasn't there, I was lonely. Dog nights blicky on me. I was just stacking my commas up. Head down, trying to run it up. These niggas be steady, be clocking me like the D's.
Yes, sir. So the Warriors get the dub tonight with Giannis-less Bucks. Picking up the game right at halftime, man. The Warriors had a 50-49 lead. I think tonight I just saw Javon Carter and Drew Holiday did a great job of face guarding Steph. I think I had some halftime stats here for Steph Curry. Steph Curry only scored, I think, 7 points in the first half. Yeah, 7 points in the first half. He was 3 for 10, and he was 1 for 5 from 3. So, again, Javon Carter and Drew Holiday, I just saw them all over Steph, not preventing him to get shots, preventing him to get his spots. You know, the Warriors run that motion offense to get Steph Curry open, and they just did a good job of denying him. So, again, it was a very close game, but Steph would later go off in the second half. But, yeah, Rich, talk to me about this first half. I guess, what do you think the Bucks do so well? I guess without Giannis too. They've been doing great without Giannis. What do you think they just do to stay hot as a team, you know?
Everyone plays together. I mean, you've been able to get really good production out of Brook Lopez recently. You know, Drew Holiday's doing his thing. You have your shooters. You have Grayson Allen. You have Joe Ingles, who had a hot night tonight.
Yeah.
And you're able to really get that. And Brook Lopez's offensive impact has been huge, and you're really getting good impact from Bobby Portis on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of role players, man. Oh my God. So it was like the battle of role players with Joe Ingles and Dante DiVincenzo, bro. Like both of these guys are not like I think Dante DiVincenzo made 6 threes tonight. I think he had 6 threes tonight. And then on the other side, Joe Ingles was just unbelievable from 3. And so these two were just going shot for shot. I think it was in the fourth quarter. They were going shot for shot. And then, like you said, it was kind of like the battle of the role players because Steph was not doing good in the first half. Clay was kind of mid, and you know how Draymond is. Draymond's not going to really give you a punch offensively. Jordan Poole, I guess you could say Jordan Poole had an off night. Yeah, Jordan Poole had an off night. So this third quarter comes, and again, this third quarter was it was interesting. I mean, Draymond kind of left the game with an injury at 8 minutes. I think it was 63-52. And then, you know, the third quarter Warriors go off, man. I mean, every third quarter, it's like the Warriors just have some magic, and then they love third quarters. Let's just say that. Warriors fans, we know y'all love third quarters. So the third quarter, they go up, by 13, but the Bucks end up cutting it late in that quarter. Again, Joe Ingles was going crazy from 3. Klay Thompson hit a 3 to go back up by 7. I think he had 11 in that quarter, but and then the end of the third quarter, it was still a close game. Come to the fourth quarter, the Bucks just found their offense in that fourth quarter. Again, Drew Holiday I think he was at least 1 for 4 before going into this fourth quarter, but he hit some big threes down the stretch. Drew Holiday, man. Talk about Drew Holiday in this fourth quarter, bro. He hit a big 3 with 32 seconds left. I think he was at least 3 for 3 in that fourth. Like I thought it was over, but speak about Drew Holiday, man. What did Drew Holiday to stand out?
So Drew Holiday's able to dominate on the defensive side of the ball, and he's pulling up, making these threes. He's been huge for Milwaukee and was another vocal point tonight. So, I mean, it's everything you've been wanting to get out of Drew Holiday. I mean, you traded for him. Talk about an upgrade from Eric Bledsoe to Drew Holiday.
Yo, and the crazy part is, right, when the Warriors when Drew Holiday hit those threes, and I'm thinking, okay, the Bucks are about to pack up. But then the Warriors go on an 8-0 run.
Here comes Steph Curry.
Steph Curry with this 8-0 run. I think there was a possession here. I'm looking at the play-by-play. The possession where Drew Holiday, I think they were up 3, and this is late in the fourth. He dribbled it off his I think he dribbled it off his leg, and it went out of bounds. That was a big turnover because that turnover led to a Steph Curry 3, I think, or a Klay Thompson. Somebody hit a 3 after that, and it tied the game. I just realized that how big of a turnover that was. But again, the Warriors went on an 8-0 run in that fourth quarter. Costly turnover by Drew. I mean, if you don't turn the ball over there, you're up 3. Steph Curry doesn't hit that 3 to tie the game, and you just hold the ball. And I think there was a couple seconds left. I think it was at least 20, 30 seconds left. You get fouled. But again, Steph Curry just was too much. He hit the 3. They tied the game. And then we get to the last play. So Coach Kerr runs this play. And this play, I clipped this play. Draymond had the open shot, but Steph Curry was to his right and was wide open. And I remember I tweeted this out. I'm like, Draymond, what are you doing? Like, how do you not pass the ball to Steph in the corner, bro? Like, the play was beautiful, and then Steph was open, and then Dre just like, you know what? I'm shooting it because I'm wide open. And I'm like, whoa. Some people are arguing he had enough time to pass it to, he didn't have enough time to pass it right here. He didn't have enough time to pass it to Steph, but what do you think about this last play? It was for the win.
As weird as it sounds, I think it was set up,
Yeah.
and I think it was just to have Steph as a decoy, and
Yeah.
it was just to throw it into Draymond. And that look from Draymond wasn't that bad. I mean, it is.
No, he was
Draymond
wide
Green,
open. Like
but
if Draymond was a
it
shooter,
was wide open.
yeah. If he was a shooter, he would have hit that. Like if it was like Jordan, like
And
yeah.
but you know what the thing is, even though he's Draymond, that still rolled around the rim. That had a good shot of going. That had a really good shot of going, and it was just, obviously it's Draymond, so it's gonna pop out.
Yeah, so I remember I was on Twitter, and Twitter was like, "Oh, so Draymond tried to get content for his podcast. That's why he shot. That's why he shot that ball.
He was close."
So yeah, that came. I'm like, oh my God, Warriors, what is Draymond? What are you doing? But it ended up didn't matter in the overtime, because when it went to overtime, Steph Curry was being Steph. He just made everything so effortless, man. He hitting threes. He was great in that overtime, and I think he hit the dagger late in that overtime, and it was just too much for the Bucks. So, coming from a Warriors perspective, man, I guess they were on a losing streak. What do you think, as a Warriors fan? What do you take away from this game? I know you didn't have Wiggins. You get a big DiVincenzo sighting tonight, but what do you think? If you're a Warriors fan, how are you feeling right now?
Yo, I mean, even though they've obviously had a lot of lows this season, they still won last year, and this was another night that made you realize that, you know what, it doesn't matter how they're doing. They're still going to be competing no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Even though the regular season they look like they're unable to find their identity at some points. You know what? They're still the Warriors, and they still got all those guys, and they're still insanely talented. They're gonna be able to make that work. It's just, it's obviously they're still just trying to figure it out. But you know what? They're still contending. They're still contending regardless of what the record is. Crazy enough.
Yeah. And then we go to the Bucks side of things. I mean, they've been playing well with Giannis, surprisingly. So it's like people would think without Giannis, the Bucks would, fall apart. But this year, I think they did a great job adding Joe Ingles, man. Joe Ingles he just makes good, smart basketball moves, and then he's a great sharpshooter. He's been a great addition for them because, like I said, he was scorching hot from 3 this game. And
isn't he coming off of an ACL tear too?
Yeah, coming off. Yeah, exactly. Coming off. And then you got Javon Carter. All these role guys are stepping up, and I think
they were able. And the Milwaukee Bucks, and also it's another positive for Milwaukee. Obviously, you were able to get that first seed, but you were also able to get Jay Crowder. You were able to get that in a trade. That the one guy that they've been desperately wanting to get, they got him. They were able to pick up Goran Dragic, another guard if they need it.
Yeah,
they've been upgrading silently, and it's been working.
Yeah,
and it's been working. They got a lot of options now. It's like I went from really thinking that the Celtics are clear favorites in the East.
Yeah,
it might be the Bucks right now.
Yeah, because you wouldn't think that without their best player, they still look so good, man. And I guess all these guys are coming together. You got Brooke protecting the paint. I think they just do a good job of getting into the paint and scoring. But at the end, it's kind of like the Bucks formula, you drive in the paint and you kick out to the shooters, and their shooters are hitting. Joe Ingles tonight, Grayson Allen be hitting from 3, and then Chris Middleton can get hot, and Drew is just having a great year.
You have a bunch of shooters. Really, It's just like obviously some of them are gonna have a bad night. Like Grayson Allen wasn't insane tonight, but he's usually pretty consistent.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. And you got Brooke Lopez shooting 38, 39% from 3 this year.
Yeah.
You're chilling.
Yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at HoopsWorld0, and also on TikTok at HoopsWorld0. We'll be back. Make sure you put in the comments what team you want us to cover next. We'll be back. Appreciate you guys for watching.